Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.
And this is Tell All Tuesday.
It is.
And I wanted to start off by saying tomorrow on YouTube, my review of a movie called The Neon Highway will be posted. Mm-hmm. It's a new movie, stars Beau Bridges, Rob Mays, I think it's his name. I'll have it correct on the YouTube thing. And it's about country music and a song that's written and second chances in careers.
Sounds like something you would love.
You know,
you did love it, didn't you?
It's little sentimental and sweet.
Did it make you cry a little bit?
Teared up.
Just teary. Okay.
But anyway, but it was about second chance. And when I was watching the movie, I watched it through the credits, and it said produced by Stratton Leopold. Mm-hmm. And Stratton Leopold is well known around this or down around Savannah, but throughout Georgia. He owns and runs an ice cream parlor.
Mm-hmm. Very famous ice cream parlor.
It's right by Paula Dean's, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not very familiar with that area.
I'm not familiar with Savannah at all. I think it's a beautiful city, but I'm not that familiar with. But when I saw the name Stratton Leopold, it came. I know Stratton Leopold. I've been knowing Stratton Leopold for 40 years, and I thought I've got to interview him. Catch up with him, find out what's been going on, because we used to pass. Our paths would cross on junkets and things like that. And he was, in my mind, I associate him with the Burt Reynolds heyday of making movies in Georgia, which was before your time.
But yeah.
But Smokey and the Bandit, and Deliverance, all those movies, etc. But anyway, so on Thursday, day after tomorrow, I will have the interview posted on my YouTube channel with Stratton Leopold and the director of the film, William Wages.
Yeah.
So it was just like that quick.
Yeah.
Zoom just.
Did you have any issues setting up Zoom?
No, but they did it.
And then so you didn't have to. Okay, I see.
And I signed in, and I could see William Wages and I could see Stratton, and they said, "We can't see you. Is that okay?"
And I said,
"No, that won't be okay."
No.
And they said, "Well, you need to punch the button on your left." Well, there's a whole stream of buttons. And I looked and I said, "Oh, start." And they, no, don't hit that one. And they said, "On your left." Well, way over here was a little, like a video thing with a line through it. And you had to just punch it. And then there I was.
I'm proud of you for figuring it out.
I know.
Problem solver.
They probably thought, "Oh my God, this is going to be awful. The old man can't even figure out how to turn the video on."
You just have to figure it out. It'll come to you.
But
you get it done.
In the interview, Stratton said, "Jack, the first time I remember meeting you was there was a movie called Wise Blood that was filmed in Milledgeville. And John Huston, who was a very famous director, he was the father to an actress named Angelica Huston, and then there's Danny Huston. It's a whole family of actors and great ones." He said, John Huston was directing the movie, and he said, "I was working on that movie, and that's the first time I remember meeting you." I don't particularly remember meeting Stratton at that time, but I do remember how somebody called me up and said, "Why don't you audition for Wise Blood?" And I said, "Doing what?" And they said, "Just go read for it, see if there's a part in it for you." And like a yo-yo, hello. And I read for John Huston.
You never told me this. That's a big deal.
No.
You're not good acting wise, but you're good at judging acting.
Oh.
Critiquing acting.
I should have told him that.
Yeah, you should have let him know.
John, you didn't hurt my feelings. I'm not good at acting, but I'm good at judging.
You're good at judging.
And directing.
Yeah. That's your strong suit.
But anyway, at different points in time, Stratton and I have ended up in the same place, and he had like a little interval from 2015 till now. And I looked him up on IMDb, it's great, and he didn't have anything going, and now he's got all kind of stuff going.
Look at you.
You know.
Look, that's a crazy story. I had no idea that you never...
I said, Stratton, do y'all need a head publicist?
And you said, I will take the job.
I know this woman, because I said something to him about, there was a mention in the movie about his ice cream in Nashville. And I said, do you have a franchise in Nashville? And he said, no, but if you'll run it, I'll open it. I said, no. I don't think I said I would run it into the ground.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have told him that.
But you know, it's just amazing to me. And this isn't egotistical. I don't want to come across as egotistical. But the people I've met and then the connections.
Mm-hmm. It's a good community.
It is a great community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really, really is.
In the past, 3.5 years that we've been working together, I have just noticed that the people in this space are just so kind. They're good people.
And everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody.
Or they know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
And out of the blue, I'm sitting at my computer, my phone rings, I say hello, and this voice says, Jackie Cooper. And I said, oh my gosh, it's James Bond.
James Bond. No, I'm just kidding. It is James Bond.
James Bond.
But...
And it's funny is he doesn't go by Jim, he doesn't go by Jimmy. It's James Bond, and he is the father of Melissa Bond.
Yes.
And tell the name of her book. I always forget it.
It's So Melissa Bond is an author who put out a book 2 years ago now called Blood Orange Night. If you've been with us for the past several years, you would know that Melissa and I used to partner together to work on her social media presence, and we promoted her book when it came out, and I thought it was fantastic. It was a wonderful book.
It was a hard read.
I loved it so much.
But she bared her soul in that book.
She did. Thought it was fantastic.
And James told me, he said she's working on a novel.
And I'm so excited.
If
you haven't guessed, James is Melissa's father.
Yes.
That's the connection there.
Yeah.
But
and James and I have been friends forever.
Yeah.
We met when I was in the military right out of law school.
Yeah.
And I was at a training session for the Office of Special Investigations. When I was in the Air Force, I started out as an OSI agent. And we had a 4-week training session in Washington. And I went, and somehow James was there. James was an OSI agent.
Of course, Jackie Cooper has a friend named James Bond. There's nothing more Jackie than that right there.
But I'm telling you what is funny is I haven't talked to James probably a year and a half, or at least. Yeah, and he's like, Jackie Cooper, James Bond. And we talked him all the way just about to Savannah. And then I told him, I said, on your way back, let me know, and we'll meet for lunch. And we'll do that, and then we'll go for a few years. But he sounded good, and I was glad to ask about Melissa and how he calls her Missy. But that was when you were dabbling around in publicity.
Yes, maybe one day.
Yeah,
I gotta build my resume.
Build your resume.
Build that resume. We're going back to school, so
doing all the right things.
Yeah,
doing all the right things. This is a question I don't know if you can answer or not, but I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about Burger King or any kind of hamburger thing. Hamburgers have gone sky high. All food, eating out has gone sky high. You go to the movie, it costs you a fortune. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do people afford to date?
Jackie.
Well, you just got out of the dating ring.
I'm gonna wait for the phone to.
It's gone.
Okay, stop. Okay, I'll cut that part out.
Okay.
Jackie.
Yeah, I think I thought I'll ask Amber.
Everything is you have to be very strategic about your dates in today's
You mean in selecting your dates?
Like, are we gonna go on a walk? Are we gonna do a picnic? Or are we gonna sit down for a $120 meal? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you just have to pick and choose, where you want to go to have a date.
But let me ask you this. I grew up in the old age, medieval times. But I grew up in the time where, I asked a girl out on a date. I paid for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still
Is that still the same?
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought it wouldn't be. I thought women were independent now.
Well, I think, so it depends.
Or is that a Southern thing?
I think if a guy is asking a girl out on a date, he is the one to pay for it.
I agree.
If you have been on several dates, you've been dating a long time, and you decide that you want to go to Disney World, and you're not married, then you're probably going to pay for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But no, if you're going on a date, I think it's still common that the guy pays for the date.
Well, and I know that I was talking to somebody else, and I asked, and they said their son, they go on group things.
Oh yeah, well, I'm going on a group outing tonight. Trivia.
You're married.
It's trivia night. Oh yeah, I don't count anymore.
But they're single, and they go as a group.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Like group dates?
Yeah, well, it's just a group of people, rather than singling one person out and asking them out on a date.
Oh.
You just go as a group.
Oh.
And I guess that can help you get to know people, to know if you would like to date them or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What is your idea of the perfect date?
Jackie, you know that we have talked about this before on camera.
When?
When we did
when we were talking about coffee?
No, this was probably 3 years ago. We did a Q&A. Remember people sent in questions? Or no, you came up with the questions, I think. And I think that was one of the
What was your answer?
I feel like it probably had something to do with waking up and getting coffee. Like going on a coffee date. I love coffee dates.
Now, I can see Cody taking you on a coffee date.
We do coffee dates every Saturday.
But Cody is unique.
Yeah.
I can't imagine me having, back in my youth, having some girl say, let's go get coffee Saturday
That's
morning.
the thing now, though. Coffee is a social outing these days. It's not just a beverage. It's a let's go get coffee and hang out. Like, that's what you do these days.
Okay.
But I think my other answer to that question was I like concerts. So I would love a concert date. So
yeah.
I think that was my answer. I think we should go back and look.
Somebody told me that they went to Hawkinsville, which is a town near us, to hear and you'll know, a cover singer of John, Rocky Mountain High. What's that? Oh, you don't even know.
Jack.
Okay, but anyway, I can't. John Denver.
Oh, okay.
And and that was their date, going to see.
Yeah.
I can't imagine spending money now for John Denver. I would, but John Denver is dead and gone these long days. But to hear somebody sing like John Denver, I don't know if that would.
It must be the generation gap.
But of course, I was thinking about it, and I thought, great movie, great food.
Yeah, that's also a good one.
Go to a really good movie or play.
Yeah.
And then go to a great restaurant where the food is fantastic.
I'd be down for that.
I would. When this airs, the Academy Awards will have taken place.
That's true.
2 days before.
Yeah.
2 days before. And my oldest son is coming home over that period of time. And I'm thinking, I wonder if he's going to want to watch the Academy Award. Because JJ, my oldest son, is not into movies that much. And so I'm thinking, Terry and I usually have steaks in front of the
steak dinner.
Is JJ going to have, is it going to be a table for three?
A table for three. Let us know next week how that worked out.
I will let you know how that worked out. But it will be fun to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just
a lot. We just talked about a lot.
I just jotted down some random thoughts.
Yeah. This should be like Random Thoughts with Jackie and Amber.
Yeah.
Random.
Our podcast.
Our podcast. Wink.
Wink, wink. All right. This has been Tell All Tuesday. I'm Jackie K. Cooper here with
Amber Howell.